Welcome everyone to Coach Connect Hub. We are here for session 3 with Geoffrey Kent of Entrepreneurial University. Geoffrey, today you're going to talk about strategic alliances, I believe. So welcome, Geoffrey. Thank you so much for offering up your time and talent for Coach Connect Hub, and I'm going to let you take it away.
All right. Sam, thank you again for the platform to share my knowledge with everyone. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to week 3 in the 6-part series of Entrepreneurial University on Alignable. Just 1 second here. In the last 2 weeks, discussed how to maximize your probability of achieving entrepreneurial success by pursuing ideas fueled by your passions and by laser focusing on uniquely solving problems for customers that your competitors either ignore or underserve. If you weren't able to attend the first 2 sessions, we'll put a link to the replays in the chat. This week, we're going to discuss how to enhance the probability of success by forming unconventional strategic alliances with much larger companies. When I launched my last tech venture in 2007, I was under tremendous pressure to generate revenue since I couldn't afford to pay myself. I had a mortgage to pay, 2 car notes, grad school loans, and private school tuition for my daughters, who were 9 and 5 years old at the time. My strategy to jumpstart sales was to increase my visibility by joining and becoming actively involved with organizations who could get me in the room with lots of my prospective customers. I didn't realize it at the time, but my business would be transformed through a chance meeting with an executive leader from the School District of Philadelphia at an event hosted by one of the organizations I joined. A follow-up one-on-one meeting with this executive leader led to me learning about an upcoming opportunity to provide technology support to the school district. Unfortunately, when the request for a proposal was finally released by the school district, one of the terms in the RFP precluded me from bidding as a prime contractor on the contract. Since I purchased all of my computer servers from Dell Computer, I reached out to my contact at Dell to see if they were aware of the school district opportunity and were planning to bid. At first, I was told by my contact at Dell that Dell wasn't planning on bidding on the opportunity. A few weeks later, was told that they were going to bid, but that they planned to bid with one of my competitors. Having nothing to lose, I told my Dell contact that their decision would force me to partner with one of their competitors, which would ensure that they'd lose out on the opportunity to service the school district. It took several meetings with Dell, but they ultimately decided to reverse their initial decision and subsequently bid on the RFP with my company as their sole subcontractor. And a few weeks later, the RFP contract award was announced. Dell and my company were awarded a 5-year, $1 million contract to support services for the 13,000 plus employees and 197,000 plus students at the School District of Philadelphia. And we accomplished this achievement in our first year of business. As strange as this may sound, I give credit to my father for teaching me what I used to accomplish this feat. My father just happens to have spent his career in the Air Force, and the U.S. military has elevated the use of game theory to an art form. If you're not familiar with game theory, it teaches you that winning isn't accomplished by playing a better game than your competitors, but by playing a different game than your competitors. In business, the use of game theory leads to success by forming unconventional strategic alliances with complementers, suppliers, customers, and even competitors. These unconventional strategic alliances allow you to transition from push selling, or pushing your products or services on customers who are skeptical of your motives for selling to them, to pull selling, or getting strategic alliance partners to feed you with a continuous supply of pre-qualified leads. So here's how every entrepreneur should approach the process of forming unconventional strategic alliances. First, think of the largest competitor in your industry. Now, think how valuable your brand would become if you could list this company on your website as one of your strategic alliance partners. The question you must answer now is, why would this company want to partner with you? Part of the answer is that your nimbleness as a small business makes it easy for you to react to opportunities much quicker than they can. What you do want to do is leverage that larger company's superior marketing budget to identify opportunities you can react to. What I'd like to do for the next 15 to 20 minutes is guide you through a discussion to help you understand how to use game theory in your respective businesses. I need a volunteer, so if you're willing to be a volunteer, please raise your hand digitally. Any volunteers? You guys are a shy group. This will be painless. All right, Rachel. Sam, can you unmute Rachel so we can so I can?
Rachel, you should be able to unmute yourself. Now try. One second. Okay, now unmute yourself, Rachel.
Okay. Looks like,
Rachel, you there?
yes.
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. So Rachel, what type of business do you have?
I'm a bookkeeping firm.
Bookkeeping?
Mhm.
All right. Hold on just one second.
Alrighty.
So can you tell me a product or service that complements your product or service, and what's the name of the largest company you know that offers this product or service?
Okay, I'm a little confused. Okay. What is compliments? What do you mean by complements my product and service? You mean something that my competitors offer that I do not, or the other way around?
No, not necessarily, not a competitor, but for bookkeeping, what's a product or service that would complement, I mean, bookkeeping services,
Oh, well, I
I don't
mean,
think it's legal service. I mean, it could be, I guess, but
usually a complimentary service would be tax preparation.
okay. So let's use that as an example with tax
Okay.
preparation. What's the name of the largest company you know that supplies tax preparation services?
Intuit Tax Act.
Okay, all right. So so how could a partnership with Intuit improve how you solve problems for the customers you serve?
Well, given that they definitely funnel most of their individuals to that product or service, if I could get them to recommend me for the bookkeeping, that would be a definite advantage.
Okay. So I don't want you to tell us the name of the company, but can you tell us who your largest customer, tell us what they do in their business?
They are a publisher.
Okay, so how could a partnership with that customer improve how you solve problems for other customers you serve?
Well, definitely knowing the industry, because that is one industry that hasn't been very much let's just say that not a lot of people know how to work with them.
Okay, okay. And here's another one. If they're in the publishing industry, they could probably refer you to a lot of customers in the publishing industry, potential customers, and having them as a reference, if they're the largest, publishing company, would probably help tremendously in terms of, once they made those connections. Would that be a correct assessment?
Yes, and they have a lot of connections just of the vendor list themselves.
Okay, all right. And then finally, what's the name of the largest company you compete against?
Unfortunately, I do not know many companies that specialize in my industry, my specifically niche. So I can't name one.
Okay, that's fine. Assuming you could, though, and this would be pretty much the same. If you could establish a partnership with that competitor, my guess is it could improve how you solve problems for other customers that you serve. So with that, we'll stop it at that. Rachel, thank you very much for volunteering.
No problem.
So before we get to questions and answers, I want to thank everyone for carving out this hour on Tuesday afternoon to participate in this third session of Entrepreneur University Onlineable. Hopefully you can join us again next Tuesday afternoon, where I'm going to discuss how successful entrepreneurs infuse world-class customer service into their operations to build trusting relationships with existing customers in order to transform them into long-term brand evangelists. So with the time we have left, I'd like to answer whatever questions you have about what we've covered today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Geoffrey. I'm just going to hit the recording. We're going to stop the recording for today, and then we'll let people raise their hands and ask you questions. Thank you.